Hey, I'm Nick Brown.
And I'm Hailey Stevenson, and we're going to take a look at how to lay out a belt transect that is 15 meters by 1 meter, which we will use to estimate shrub coverage and species richness. First, we use GIS to find our study area. We overlay a burn scar from 2020 and 2024 to give us our strata of once burned, twice burned, and a control area. We then account for slope, aspect, and elevation. We also need public lands with public roads for access. Now we have our study area identified, we will ask the program to generate random points in each strata. Now that we have our study area and random points, it's time to grab our gear and head out to the field.
All right, hello everyone, we are here in the South Open Chain Burn Scar and just wanted to take a look at some of the gear we have before we head out. So I got my backpack here with some, comfort gear and snacks and stuff like that in it. But I also have, pencils, notebook, a bunch of ID guides there. I have my notebook with methodology, cover estimate guide, a lot of other notes like that that'll help me out in the field. And then instead of PVC and Transect tape, in order to move around easier on the mountain, we decided to go with stakes. This is our square plot when you stake it out, and this is 15 meters of rope painstakingly measured so that we can roll that out, and then tape measure to double check our widths and to double check the hypotenuse on the square, compass to get our transect directions, first aid kit, water, helmet, and eye protection on my head. So have what we need: closed-toed shoes, long pants, and I think we're ready to head on up to the mountain. Hello everybody, welcome. We made it to the site, so now it's time to do the haphazard transect start. So I have my trusty, nice visible pencil eraser here, and I'm just going to kind of close my eyes and toss it up in the air, and there it is. We have our transect start right on the ground next to us.
Next, we used a random number generator to generate our bearing and used a compass to point us in the right direction. Now that we have our bearing, and after taking it in the field, we can watch Nick lay out the transect rope. At this point, we pause to record site metadata, including the unique site ID, recorders, date, time, weather, location, elevation, and site notes and observations.
Okay, so now I have my transect laid out at 345 degrees, and I have my width double check stick here at 1 meter wide. I have my sheet to record what I come across, and I can go ahead and double check. First we'll come up to this manzanita here, which is giving us coverage in our transect, but is living outside of the transect at the middle. So I will make a note of that. And moving along, I don't really see too much else out here in this open site, except for this other manzanita, which is doing the same thing. All right, so in order to estimate my cover here on the transect, which is 50 centimeters wide, what we've been doing is we've been kind of double checking the rough width of how much it covers. Now this one is pretty dead there, but we're looking at, about 1.5 meters of coverage, and then coming in. Now 1 meter is gonna, if it covered fully, would be about 6%, and because this one isn't covering fully on this, we're probably going to estimate this to be about 5% coverage on our transect.
We used the same estimation process on the second manzanita, estimated the coverage to be 6%, and recorded it on our data sheet.
Cool, so now I have my cover estimated for my 2 species of manzanita along my transect, and so it's just time for me to wrap up my tape so it doesn't get too tangled on me and move on to the next site.
Thanks for joining us. I had a great time surveying plants with you. How about you, Nick?
I had the best of times as well. I hope to see you all next time.
Goodbye.